And good evening from Blue Devil Gymnasium. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style, and we are ready to go. It's the Quincy High Blue Devils against the Maroons of Moline. 2 conference games left. This is the last home conference game. A non-conference tomorrow against Jacksonville, and then we end up next week, Tuesday, at Rocky in the Rock Garden. But the Devils can take care of business tonight if they win this ball game. They are winning the conference outright. It would have to take a loss tonight and Tuesday, but they will still own partially the conference title out here. And speaking of conference titles in the Western Big Six, Coach Pettit, of course, is very familiar with that. And, Coach, in your years, how many times did you guys hold the conference championship up?
2 times. 2 times, junior year with, Robin Bumber in that group. And then, senior year, we ended up going 8-2, won it outright. God, they picked us to get last. So, big night tonight for the Devils. Take care of business and, walk away with the outright. Because a lot of times they end up tied. You know what I mean? Outright Big Six championship tonight.
And this is the Mecca Sports Co. pregame show. Stick around. We'll break this game down, talk about all the fun activities that are going on, and we'll also have our coaches' comments, and we'll be talking about not only the Moline game, but also the seniors in this squad. So up next, the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Moline Maroons. But first we'll have coaches' comments, and of course brought to you by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai, right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Of course, coaches' comments are powered by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. With me, the head coach for Blue Devils, Andy Douglas. And here we are, the last 2 conference games, and they're big ones. Moline and, of course, Rocky. We've played Moline. We know what they're all about. And, of course, going back to last game, Freeman got his points and Abbey got his. I thought we did a heck of a job on probably their biggest and strongest player, and that's Taylor.
Yeah, we did a really good job on him, but we let the other 2 get away, one in the first, one in the second half. So we got to do a better job of containing them and bottling up Abbey in the full court, not letting him get loose. But, good first game. We're looking for a better one tonight.
That sounds great. Now, the most important thing tonight, other than the game, senior night, and we got a good group of seniors out here to honor.
Yeah, this is always an emotional night for sure, especially when you have guys that have been here for as long as they've been. So it's going to be a tough one. A lot of emotions involved in a night like this. And you throw in, Moline coming into town. You throw in conference, championship implications. You throw in end of the season, all that stuff. This is going to be a tough one.
Well, you pretty well covered all that for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're getting good at this. Any thoughts or anything you want to send out there in the pregame?
No, I just, if I could just echo that, our seniors have been phenomenal. Leaders for our program, been great. So we're excited to be able to honor them the right way tonight. And again, hopefully we can knock this one out and be on top of the conference.
Sounds like a winner. Good luck, and we'll talk to you after the ballgame.
All right, thank you.
And that's Andy Douglas. His comments, of course, brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we return, it's the Blue Devils and the Maroons. Western Big Six action right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at MeccaSportsCo.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@MeccaSportsCo, and on Facebook at facebook.com/MeccaSportsCo. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to Blue Devil Gymnasium. Jeff Wellman, Coach Dave Pettit with me here. Full house as well on senior night, and the band's playing. And yes, Hooked on a Feeling, Dr. John. You're not going to get me on that. And if you remember that song from way back when, it starts off, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. And of course, your music moment, brought to you by Mecca Music.
There we go. All right.
All righty, and our good friend up north, you know, it's always funny. I always forget. I always call him by his first or his last name. Your buddy Rosas.
Fish Head in the Bones.
There you go. Fish Head in the Bones if you're up in the Rockford area. Good band out there. Tell them Mecca Music sent you. All right, Coach, here we are pregame. It's Moline, and you heard me talking. Last game, I really think we did a great job against Trey Taylor. He's a stud. I mean, he is strong, big. Freeman may score and Abbey may score, but he's the scary guy in this lineup. And, of course, Welch didn't shoot the basketball very good last time, so you had him out there. He's feeling better, so that was one of his good games, or worst games. So you got a team that matches up quite well, but you're here on senior night at Blue Devil Gymnasium. I can't imagine the Devils needing to get up very much more than just that fact.
Well, with Taylor, I mean, last time we played him, you know, Keyshawn did a great job, you know, banging him underneath the basket, you know, moving his feet when he got the ball outside. You know, Keyshawn did a great job against Taylor. You know, their two lower guards kind of scare me. You know, the two 5'9", 5'10" sophomores, you know, that run the show for them. Because, you know, if you don't get on them, you know, NBA 3 range, both of them, you know, so you got to do that. And then you throw in, you know, the 6'6" Freeman, you know, in there, slash it to the hole, you know, getting the long offensive rebounds. This is a very dangerous team. I mean, they lost 5 games all year, and the teams they lost to, you know, are among the who's who, you know, of state-ranked teams. So this is going to be a heck of a game tonight.
High caliber, exactly, Coach. In the last game, that was January 14th, and it was at Wharton Fieldhouse. After one quarter, the Devils led 19-10. A great start to get up by 9, and they never relinquished it. At halftime, it was 32-20. Third quarter, 49-36. Wrapping up with a 15-point victory, 71-56. In that game, Dom Clay had 21 points. Longcore had 16. And then Dom Clay, actually, whoop, I looked at the wrong one there. Longcore had 13, and Whitfield had 11 in that ball game. That was one of the first games that Whitfield got into playing. Freeman and Abbey on the other side, 23 and 21 points, respectively. Taylor only had 8 points. So again, probably a few too many. Abbey was hitting his threes. Abbey was taking it to the hole. And Freeman, just the big guy, who is not as big and strong, but he's got a little more height.
Well, yeah, and I tell you what, tonight, I mean, I don't know how many Keyshawn had the first game, but if Keyshawn plays even with Taylor, you know, I think the rest of our guys, you know, are a little bit better, you know, than Moline's guys.
Western Big Six action tonight. Of course, here at Quincy, you got the great matchup here. Let's break down the conference. First of all, right now, Quincy's in the lead. They are 12-0. Rock Island and Moline, 10-2 each. We've given each of those a loss, looking to give them both a second loss. East Moline 7-5, Sterling's 5-7, Galesburg 2-10, Alleman and Geneseo 1-11 and 1-11, wrapping it up here. And tonight, of course, Valentine's Day. Say hello and say happy Valentine's Day to your loved one, Coach Pettit. And here we go. Quincy, of course, has Moline. Galesburg is hosting Geneseo. You know, that will actually be a good game, but the bad thing with that is that's who opens up the first round of their playoffs. Yep. Galesburg has to play Geneseo, the 8 and 9 seed, I believe, in that one. Rocky's got Alleman, so the fight for Rock Island there, that's not going to be a very big, tough fight there.
No.
And Tim Kinshirf shows up, of course, always to see Sean Taylor. And East Moline is hosting Sterling. Could be a decent game there, but this is the big one. And then, of course, next Tuesday, the conference wraps up. Quincy's got the best game there, too, as we will travel to the Rock Garden and take on the Rock Island Rocks. And you got Alleman, Galesburg, Moline, East Moline, and Geneseo Sterling. So really, the last 2 games of the conference, tonight and on Tuesday, it's the Blue Devils that really set the stage for how it's going to finish.
Well, we're playing the best 2 teams other than us, you know, last 2 games. You know, both the teams we're playing are 10-2 in the conference. So, you know, what we need to do is to, take care of business tonight, come out, and, run our offense, be, good efficiency on the offensive end, and then effort on the defensive end, and I think we'll be in good shape.
It has been a great January and February if you're a Blue Devil fan, because a lot of the Friday and Saturdays have been right here in home games. Of course, the other way was the girls. They played a lot of their games and front-loaded it over at Quincy High Gymnasium. And they wrapped up last night their last game of the season, also their last game in the conference with a big victory out there. I think 73-51 off the top of my head with all these scores sticking in my head.
Well, and, they're going to get Edwardsville, first round of the regionals, down. Where are they at? Are they in?
Granite City.
Granite City, okay.
I had to double think that because
we've got both the Blue Devil boys and the girls are going down south again. You know what I mean? So I get a little confused. Belleville East, Belleville West, Granite City, O'Fallon, Collinsville, Alton. We're playing somewhere down there.
Well, and we'll get a chance, Belleville West. That's the first time we'll be there. That's where the Devils are going to play. They got the number 1 seed. They're not playing number 8 Granite City, though. They're playing number 7 O'Fallon. And the reason being, when you have Belleville East hosting, they've got to come over to our side because Alton, I believe, is hosting the other side.
Yep.
And Alton falls in the 3 slot.
Yep.
Edwardsville in the 2 slot. Those brackets came out today after 4 o'clock, so we'll have more time to talk about them in the future. But tonight's a big one. But anyway, back to last night's game there. It was Kate Metameyer's senior night. And, of course, Kate, the last time they played Moline, had a great game. She had 10 points. She'd been playing really good. We traveled to the Sophie that Saturday and Sunday. And on Sunday, ACL, and she tore it. Wednesday was supposed to be senior night. Kate was going to go out on the court, start. They were going to pass her the ball, and she was going to score. Well, we got snowed out into Thursday. Problem with that, she had surgery on Thursday morning. So she was there last night, a little loopy, and she did make it for that, and I'm sure when she got home last night.
Did she make her layup? That's all I want to know.
Well, no, see, last night.
They didn't want to let her, okay.
She was in a wheelchair because she had surgery in the morning, so she was not able to do that, so kind of a bittersweet.
Yep.
But the Devils, from the girls' side, they got after it last night with a big, big victory there. And, of course, 1 victory away from 20 wins. They're 3rd in a row. They're 19-10. And, boy, a couple of those 1-point games throughout the season could have not only gave them a 20
well, a couple of those, where we don't score in, 10 minutes. If we, not yet, I mean, it could have been very easy, 22, 23 wins, for a very young, inexperienced, Blue Devil girl team.
Playing well this year, though.
Oh,
and
very well.
And by the way, since Alleman lost last night, they are tied for 3rd in the conference with Alleman. So congratulations there. And, of course, next Tuesday they'll be traveling down to the Southwestern Conference, Although Granite City is no longer in that conference. They were in that conference.
They
and on
are?
the boys' side, now they're getting beat up. And so they play a lot of those schools, but they are not. And, of course, time for our national anthem. We're going to stay here as we have been for the national anthem. As soon as the national anthem is over, we'll take our break for our starting lineups. And, of course, that's brought to you by Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered head to toe. Paul Kachelski, of course, on the PA announcement. And we have a singer tonight. So, our national anthem. Stand up, put your hand on your heart, raise for our flag and our country. And a great national anthem there. That was Claire Louthan, Mark Louthan's older sister. She's a sophomore up at Illinois State University. And what a great job there by Claire. Way to kick some butt.
She nailed it.
And we'll be back with the starting lineups right here on mechasportsco.com.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And welcome back to Blue Devil Gymnasium as we get ready for the starting lineups. Moline getting introduced first. I'm just waiting for my last guy there because I've had these guys from last time. Of course, they'll be wearing their road maroon. Imagine that. Trimmed with a little white in there as well. And they're coached by Sean Taylor, former Blue Devil coach. Brady Welch will start off, the sophomore, 5'11". He wears number 1. Braden Freeman, 6'6", senior, number 5. Arthur Abbey, number 10, 5'11", sophomore. Number 22, Trey Taylor, the 6'6", senior. And Aiden Versailles, 6'5", senior. He wears number 33. Now to turn it over to the big board, and Titus Petty, our Devil, and we'll return after that for the starting lineup of the Blue Devils. And Titus Petty has done his stuff, the Devil for this year. He is also a senior, as has been the tradition all these years. Senior is the guy that takes over the Devil after he tries out. And the Devils will be in their home white, trimmed in blue. And as we've said all season long, they start 5 seniors. We got 3 seniors on the bench as well. And, of course, Titus Petty. Those 3 seniors off the bench are all football players. We'll throw them out there right there. Dreas Rice Jr., Rico Clay Jr., Max Wires, and your starting lineup. And Max Wires gets the start tonight. That's why I held off a little bit. Max Wires wears number 40. He was our player of the game at Alleman after letting the Riemann kids steal the ball and go in for the layup. That got a little more coverage from Else. Number 3, Dreas Rice Jr. will start. He wears number 3. Rico Clay Jr. So your 3 guys who come off the bench all getting a start tonight on senior night. Cameron Wires will take up the point, number 5. Of course, Wires is 5'10". Rico Clay is 6'4", and Jarius Rice is 6 foot. And rounding out the starting lineup, BL3, that's Bradley Longcourt III. He'll wear number 12, so Keyshawn and Dom, they're going to name all the seniors off. So I got a feeling they're going to name them all off now. There we go, Coach, I'll bring you back up. They're going to name them all, but we're probably going to see the same senior starters, because it's kind of hard to throw Wires, Rice, and Clay out there. They're all good players, but not for your battle against Moline. Gosh, I thought Max was going to get a start there. So we're probably going to see Cameron Wires, Bradley Longcourt III, Dom Clay, Mark Louthan, and Keyshawn Thomas as the starting lineup. We'll see if they fool us. So nice to introduce all of them, though. I think that's a good idea, Coach.
Great idea. They've all been a big part of this team, so, yeah, you need to introduce all of them. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't be bad to start them and, go from there. But, this is going to be a big game.
And our officials tonight, we saw him on Tuesday night. Steve Spivey, my good buddy there. Talked to Joe Thompson before the game as well. And Brent Brewington. If you was Boston Bruin, it'd be a Brewington. There you go. And we are ready for action here, folks. Blue Devil basketball. Second last home game, the last conference game. Action is up.
Second to last conference game.
Yep, last home.
Last home game, yeah.
And to double check my picture after I put it up there on the big screen so we can see it. Devils get the ball on the tip, went out of bounds. Nobody got it. Moline let it go out of bounds, so Devils will go. Inbounding on the far side will be Dom Clay. Cameron works and said BL3 goes in the backcourt with the basketball. Left side is Louthan, right side is Wires. Now in the corner on the left side's Clay. Keyshawn flashes up off the left. Behind
Moline out in a man-to-man to start the game.
BL3, he has Abby on him. Behind the arc, and Keyshawn. He'll step back for a 24-footer. Good! Hits a 24-footer on the defense.
From the Devil Ear.
Of course, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. 30 seconds in, Devils lead 3-0. And Devils will be in their own man-to-man as well. Coming behind the screen is Welsh. Welsh is being guarded by Clay. I don't remember him being that short, but I don't think he's short. It's just everybody else is tall.
Well, Welch and Abby are both 5'10", 5'11". Both sophomores. They handle the ball well.
Welch missed the shot, rebounded by Keyshawn. From the left side, Cameron Wires a three, no good. Weak side rebound, that's Freeman.
A little bit of a quick shot. Rather see him work a little bit better.
Freeman backs it in, misses the shot. Keyshawn with a second rebound. Devils push it up the court. BL3. Oh, a good idea there.
Great idea.
BL3 got to the middle of the court, and he found Louthan out in front of him. But like the pass the other night on Tuesday, it just seemed to scoot out in front. Out of bounds, Moline's basketball.
Once again, when you got the ball in the middle of the floor like that, you make somebody stop you. Nobody stopped him. He tried to make the pass, in traffic.
Wires is picking up three-quarter court man-to-man against Abby. Don't leave that ball out there, Arthur. Wires got pushed off a little bit there on that one. Flashing up is Freeman. Check that. That was actually Versailles.
It's going to be a battle right there.
And a good turnaround shot. Taylor was being guarded well by Keyshawn. He gets the first bucket for Moline.
Well, Moline started out with Freeman on Keyshawn.
Count it. Down on the left block. Keyshawn got the ball. They tried to go with Versailles guarding him. He's going to have the first foul of the ball game, and Keyshawn has a chance at the end one.
I think they're going to do that and rotate people on Keyshawn to keep Taylor out of foul trouble. And then, third, fourth quarter, you'll see the two bigs going at it.
First foul of the ball game.
Ooh.
Free throw no good. Louthan kept it alive for a second. Abby tracked it down.
Oh.
Long pass down to Welch. Welch partially blocked there by a flying defender. And on the rebound, Clay had it, took a step just ever so slightly out of bounds, and so with 6:13 left in the first, Devils lead 5-2. Moline will get the basketball back. So glad everybody's with us here tonight. One more night of fun here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. Welch from behind a trap, or a screen. Shot went in. Oh, did a 360, hit the backboard, and went in for the three. We're tied at 5.
Need to find those little guards because they'll let it fly.
And Welch did not have a good game against the first time, so maybe his only bad game in the second semester, according to Joe and Danny, the announcers for Moline. Spin move. Keyshawn lost it. Picking it up. BL3. Oh, that was a good one. It was touched by Freeman. Good job by the official. BL3 tried to zip it in there. Would have been a nice layup.
Well, I think he was trying to get to Keyshawn, cutting down the hole.
Just there, Freeman was on the wing and just barely touched it. Luckily, the official was right in front. Inside 6 minutes, first quarter, we're tied at 5. Wires has it off the left side. Louthan made a backdoor cut. Wires makes a drive to the basket. A spin inside. Taylor came by and blocked the shot. Taylor came across from the weak side with help.
5'10" Wires going up against the 6'6" Taylor. Not a good recipe for the Blue Devils.
He had Welch beat to the basket off the left side. Freeman, his shot no good. Great rebound inside, and the big man's going to get his second foul for Moline. Taylor's going to have to pull somebody off the bench. 5:17 left first quarter action here. And they're up off the bench, heading there. Zach Hendricks. Hendricks started one of those games, I think the last game we played. Longcore in the short corner from the left side, working against Abbey. Fadeaway, shot, nothing but net. Longcore with a shot, scores.
Definitely a big-time matchup. Longcore at 6'4" against Abbey at 5'10".
And, of course, Longcore's got his game outside, inside, mid-range, changing tempos, as well as changing dribbling of the basketball as well. Off the right side, Abbey being guarded by Wires. Welch comes over in the corner, gets it, pops back out. Welch is working that baseline from corner to corner. Looks inside for his big man, wasn't there. We'll go the other way. Freeman starts a drive. Taylor was looking to spin off of that. Good help. Wires knocks it free from Abbey, then knocks it free again. Diving over there in front of the bench, and right into the head, into the bench, was Dom Clay. Good hustle, last touch by the Devils.
Well, once again, 50-50 balls. Whoever gets those is going to win the game. Good hustle by the Devils on that, diving on the floor for the ball.
You got a guest? How's our volume on our guest for the earphones? All right, didn't want it to be too loud there. First time ever in Blue Devil Gymnasium, so that's pretty good. Abbey with the basketball, back to the top. Welch looking inside. That's Taylor on the short corner on the right side. He skips it over to the left side. Three-pointer from the left is good, and that's Hendricks who just checked into the ball game. 8-7, Moline takes the lead halfway through the first quarter. Wires comes, gives it to Louthan. He's being guarded by Taylor. 3 passes, sends it left wing, Dom Clay. Back to BL3. In the high post, now stepping out, setting a screen is Keyshawn. Stepping back and taking the shot, 22, no good. Nobody in there to board. Louthan was sort of there. Moline with the basketball. Abbey, good job by Wires, beating him to the point. He beat him to the point, but then just gave a little too much body. I think they would have been a no call otherwise. Wires his first foul, and Quincy's first, 2 on the other side for Moline.
Cam got into him a little bit more there than he should have.
Bad pass, and Keyshawn picks it up all the way in and lays it in. They threw it out, and Keyshawn beat it to half court. Devils take the lead 9-8.
Keyshawn kind of limping back. I don't know if he came down wrong or not.
I think he left wrong because he was thinking about dunking it, and that push off of there so many times, that's where ligaments and tendons get sprained or even torn at times. 3:15, don't want to mention that around Kate Medemeyer. Pass inside, oh my goodness. It was inside, Keyshawn was right there. I don't know how it got by him. Taylor took 3 shots at the basket and scores. That ball almost could have been stolen. And Taylor
ran over BL3.
He gets the tackle on the play. Taylor had to play football too, you know it?
Well, if he isn't, somebody should look at him and play football.
Tight end.
Oh, man.
Taylor, his first foul.
I was thinking defensive end, rushing the passer.
That's not a bad spot. That's a good spot as well.
Julius Pepper-like.
2:59 left first quarter. Moline with a 10-9 lead. Devils have the basketball. Wires coming across. Longcore puts a little cross there. The play goes into effect. Keyshawn looking for somebody to give it up to. Nobody's coming to get the ball. BL3 gets it right side. Dom's on the left side. Works against Abbey. Behind the back. To the hole. All the way to the hole. No good on the shot. Tipped by Keyshawn. Louthan got it. Kicks it back out for 3. Clay misses. Ball's tipped in. Louthan kept it alive again. Count it. Keyshawn gets the basket, but that was all due to Mark Louthan. For 2 times he kept the ball alive. Abbey into the left corner. Pass. Shot no good by Hendricks. Rebounded by BL3. Bradley down the right side. Louthan into the short corner. Keyshawn faces up. And Keyshawn nothing but net. Keyshawn with 8 in the ball game. Devils up 13-10. 2 minutes left, first quarter action. Devils stay in their man-to-man. Welch is off the right side, back to the left. That's the two-guard front. Welch will now go down to the left corner and hide out. Abbey brings the dribble across the right side. Hesitation dribble, takes it in. Abbey with a strong move. We saw that up at Wharton Fieldhouse. Abbey gets that step to the basket, and he's pretty good at getting to an angle and up on the glass.
Very quick and strong for his size.
We always mention he is related to Everett Abbey down here. We don't know how. Inside Wires. Wires pushes back. Was trying to get the shot off Welch, but then he saw help coming down. Both Freeman and Taylor. Resetting the offense. Clay comes around, pulls up, right at the elbow. 15-footer, no good. Keyshawn, strong move. Rebound, put back. Keyshawn Thomas. Last game, a lot of battling between him and Taylor. This time, he's getting out early. Nice spin move there, Welch. He got Dom Clay up in the air.
Good move by the sophomore. Stepping back, hitting the shot.
Gosh, it reminds me of the sophomores once back to the freshmen, even Harding and Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
The silent assassins. Of course, brought to you by Bearden at that time.
Well, they got two more.
Exactly. Drive to the right side. Longcourt kind of slipped on his knee a little bit. Resetting the offense with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Devils lead 15-14. From the right side, 22 feet. Ooh, in and out. Rebounded inside. That was Hendricks. Maroons going to take it for the last shot. Taylor listens to Taylor. That would be Trey listened to his coach, Sean. No relation. Trey's going to stand back at half court right by Steve Spivey, the official. Devils going to set back inside the arc. Obviously, you do not want to give up a three to Abbey or Welch in this situation, even Freeman for that matter.
Yeah, well, definitely need to locate.
If anything, let Taylor try to take this one-on-one, which I don't think that's the play. Down to 12 seconds left in the quarter. Thomas guarding Taylor. Over to the other side. That's Welch. Welch got Wires up. Shot partially blocked. And it goes out of bounds with 1.6. I think Wires blocked it, and it should be Moline's ball. But it looks like the Blue Devils will get it back with 1.5 left in the quarter. Rico Clay Jr. into the ball game. Also Milton Whitfield. So we'll probably get maybe a last-second shot. Longcourt three-quarter court. No good. And we have played the first quarter here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. It's the Quincy High Blue Devils 14, the Maroons of Moline 14. And we're back with Blue Devil action right here on mechasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And back to Blue Devil Gymnasium. First quarter in the books. Devils lead 15-14. And basically it's been back and forth. There's only been once where the Devils actually scored 2 baskets in a row. Down 10-9. They took the lead 11-10 and then built it to 13-10. But it's a one-point game. And we're going through Keyshawn, Coach. We got BL3 with the first 3. He's got 5. Keyshawn's got the other 10.
Well, and, with Keyshawn, you're looking at it, and they have not had Taylor on him down there on the defensive end. They've had either Freeman or who's the dude that started? The other big kid on him. Yeah, and had, Keyshawn going against them. So, Keyshawn against those guys.
Moline takes the shot of the second quarter, rebounding that ball. Of course, playing D was BL3. Keyshawn with another rebound. Devils had the 1-point lead in the half-court set. Whitfield is in there along with Rico Clay Jr., BL3, Keyshawn, and Cameron stay in the lineup.
Oh, good pass.
And a great pass from Rico. Give him the assist. Give Longcourt the basket.
Good seal by BL3 down on the block.
Devils lead 17-14. Back on defense. Man-to-man coming from the Devils. Welch still running that baseline. Whitfield on him now. That's a problem for Welch. He can try to outrun Wires and play speed against the 2, but Whitfield's going to body up with him. BL3 playing some good defense. And, of course, he looked at Coach and said, I guess I got to put my hands down at the side as he gets called for the foul, his first. Devils first in the second quarter. First for the other team in that second year of the new rule. Welch gives the ball in, gets it back on the right. Dropping it down the baseline. Freeman working against BL3. Turn around, the short hook, no good. Rico gets the rebound. Quickly back to BL3. Right side Wires. Wires stops behind the arc. Rico sets up inside. Keyshawn in the right corner. Left side is Whitfield. BL3 has Abby on him. Here comes Rico to set the screen. Said he goes in the short corner. Keyshawn will go out high. Whitfield, good! Give Keyshawn the assist. Milton Whitfield hits the three. And of course, you know what time that is. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Here's a steal by Rico. It's a 3-on-2. Keyshawn drives the hole. No, he lobs it up. And a great pass there. Probably good defense, quite honestly, too. Even though Versailles is going to get his third foul because the lob to BL3 was going to be an easy basket. Keyshawn lobbed it up from the left side. BL3 getting banged around early in this one.
Well, that's one of the things. Whenever I coach a team, no easy ones going to the basket. Make them earn it at the free throw line.
And I got to believe the big man, number 33, will be down now for a while. He's got 3 fouls. Taylor was getting a break. And, Coach, with that not playing each other, I think that's the key, too. With Keyshawn and Taylor, I think the thought was if we let these guys, bang each other, they're going to nullify each other like the last game. But Keyshawn's already showed you he's nullified on the offensive end down here. Wow, and Loncourt's not getting the shot. He was up for a controlled shot on that one. Box out of bounds play for the Devils. Jarius Rice checks in. Fans don't like it, as you can hear. It goes into Keyshawn. He gets hounded right away by Taylor. Good move there. Strong move. He takes Freeman down. Keep working it inside to Keyshawn. The first 7 points of the quarter. 22-14. Devils with the lead. Into Taylor.
Here we go.
Help. Rico comes in. Rico pulls it away. Taylor does get it, though. Moline drops it down in the block. Keyshawn. Good move inside by Freeman. Missed the shot. Keyshawn with it. BL3 behind the back. No good on the 3. That would have been sweet as Welch went for the steal. Welch on the other end. Welch went from one side to the other. Missed it, but Freeman was there for the tip. So the first points of the second quarter and a quick timeout for Moline. We'll take one, too.
Coach Douglas is very happy with the, effort getting back on defense.
We'll take a break. Be right back with the Blue Devil action here on MechaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MechaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
And welcome back. The band now playing my favorite. When I walked into the CYO as the public address announcer, John Landis would always play Edgar Winter Group, Frankenstein, and that's what the band's playing right now. A few years later, he played one for me I liked. It was Cake. I like a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket. Here we are starting off the quarter. Devils with the basketball. Check that after the timeout.
Good take.
Good take by Rico. Rico missed it, and then he gets it, puts it up, misses. He stole it from Taylor, had the putback, but missed the putback.
Too easy. Good looks for Rico. Didn't go down.
Rico playing D. He was on Freeman. Freeman dribbled off his leg. Yeah, after he missed the first one, he got the second. I almost wish he would have just taken one dribble and went right to the basket. He tried to take a little floater.
Well, a little 4-footer. Use the backboard on that and knock it down.
That 4-footer is as tough as a 4-foot putt, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
They're the toughest ones. 5:19 and counting, first half action. 22-16, Devils by 6. Loncourt in the right corner. Whitfield pulls up. Boom! Milton Whitfield hits his second three-pointer. 25-16, brought to you by Kitchen and Baths at Woodmart Building Center. Inside, and a good move by Abby, and that's what Abby did at Wharton. He can nullify your enthusiasm and your momentum quickly with the basket on the other end. Inside 5 minutes left, first quarter action, or check that first half action. Rico got bumped a little bit. BL3 at the ball. BL3 made a good fake and a good move to the basket. They call him for traveling. Thought a good ball fake, and I'm not sure I saw that. 4:46 left in the first. Stick around at halftime. We'll talk a little bit about not this game, but also the junior high on Saturday also, which is tomorrow, by the way. And the girls setting up for
over
the
and back. What are they doing?
Missed it there.
Oh, my God.
Abby was in the backcourt.
That was
still.
terrible.
1-3-1 coming out of the Devils with Whitfield to the point. Keyshawn in the middle of the next row, even though it is maybe the 1-2-2 looking like a 1-3-1. But you got Rico and BL3, and deep is definitely Jarius Rice. Left side 3, no good. BL3 tipped it out. Keyshawn tipped it even farther. Keyshawn tracked it down. He'll pull up for the 3. No good. Abbey with the rebound. Abbey's going to run for sure, knowing that there's 3 Devils back. Welch from the right side. Welch hits. And Welch, as soon as he saw Abbey get the ball, he ran down to his spot and hits a 3-pointer. There is no Woodmart in Moline, so I can't give you that one, Kevin. Nice turnaround shot. Oh, no good by BL3, but Rico tracks down another rebound. Rico takes the 3. No good. It was a wide open shot, but we had nobody get the ball and reset the offense. Taylor misses the 3. Quick action here. Whitfield gets the rebound. Devils still lead 25-21 with the basketball, 3:34 and counting left in the first half.
And Longhorn walking it up. You know, we need to get a good shot, run our offense.
Whitfield with it. Crossover dribble. And he spins.
Good
Whitfield to the basket. Whitfield. I'll tell you, he is a definite matchup problem for some teams. Inside. Block shot. That was the bottom of the backboard. But the Devils pin Freeman behind. Jarius Rice from the right side. Misses a 3. Rico times it perfectly. Notice that. Rico stayed on the floor with Taylor and did not jump when Taylor jumped. He waited, and Taylor brought it down. Rico knocked it free. Football team goes out, our juniors. Rico Clay Jr., Jarius Rice Jr. Starters are back in. Well, check other than Cameron. Whitfield is in. Pass to Clay. Clay gets it right back, takes it in. Passes from the left side to the right. Keyshawn with another bucket. Working through the big man, Dom Clay with the assist.
Well, and Keyshawn had Welch, you know, all of 5'9", you know, on his back. So good pass, good look by Dom.
Keyshawn with 14 already in this ball game, inside 3. Freeman brings it down, helps there. Kicking it back outside. That's Hendricks. In the corner now, Freeman. I think Freeman's going to take the shot. Well, maybe not. I think he got to this there where
he was thinking about it.
He was waiting for just a little bit of room on Keyshawn. Abbey trying to get to the basket. Abbey does. Up on the glass. And see, that's what Abbey does so good. He gets up there and puts that ball up on the glass. Boy, you got a couple of big men that follow that. That's impressive. 29-23, 2:20 left in the half. Devils with the basketball. Clay made a cut to the basket. Louthan didn't see the pass. 2 passes over to Whitfield on the right. Dom Clay into action. Bounces
good
it down
pass.
low. Oh, and Keyshawn waited for Taylor and Freeman to fly by. Keyshawn gets the basket. Clay gets the assist.
Good pass by Dom.
Devils are really getting the most out of every basket. They're getting assists almost on every basket, Coach. Inside 2 minutes left. Devils have the 8-point lead. Skip from the right corner. Left corner, 360.
Sorry for those couple 3 possessions down here where they had quick 3-pointers.
Keyshawn takes it to the hole. BL3 passed it to the right wing. Keyshawn was at half court, and he looked and saw one guard, and he took it all the way. Keyshawn gets another rebound, and he felt like, wow, I just got beat up on that one.
Yeah, that should have been a foul on Taylor.
Keyshawn, you can tell he's been working it. BL3, he's got Abbey on him. Backs him in, all the way to the hole. Scoops, no good. Should be 2 shots, although they're pointing to the floor. Oh, no, they're pointing to the other official, saying he's got it. Hendricks the foul. Second foul for Moline. Only 1 for the Devils in the second quarter with 1:17 left in the quarter. First time the Devils, I checked that. Thomas had the and 1 opportunity early. And on the other side, that was the only free throw, was Thomas's. Now we've got BL3 to shoot 2 and almost completed the blue-collar 3 as
well,
he had the scoop.
Hey, I tell you what, it's a good, you know, slow down, then speed up, you know, take it to the hole. Yeah, you got to change gears, you know, when you play point and handle the ball, you know, and I think that's going to bode well for him at the next level at Santa Clara.
Best part of his game this year. That's the one change from last year to this year.
Well, and his mid-range game.
Right, with mid-range into that dribbling and handling of the basketball, changing things up. And it hangs on the edge of the rim, goes in, so BL3 gets 2. Devils on a 6-point run, now lead 35-23. 1:10 left. Abbey has the ball out high. Devils are in man-to-man. Taylor's on his left, although Thomas is right behind him, shadowing him. Over to Freeman. Freeman out here with Whitfield. Crossover dribble. Gets behind the screen. Thomas picks him up. Tries to go inside to Taylor. Whitfield gets around, knocks it free. Dom Clay gets it.
Another 50-50 ball that the Blue Devils got.
Devils get a break. Either way, it was going to be the Devils. It went off of Clay's ankle and went shot back to half court to Whitfield, but instead they call Welch on the foul. For Welch, it's his first. Team's third for Moline. Cameron Wires back in, mouthed it out. Cam was out for a little while as it was a bigger lineup. Although really when you've got Abby and Welch in there, they really can't have a bigger lineup.
Well, now we're going with almost 4 guards and Keyshawn.
Across the timeline, Wires has it. He's got Welch on him. Dom comes out and gets the ball in the Devil's eye.
And I think the Devils going to try to get the last shot here.
Whitfield's in the left corner.
Up by 12 with 35 seconds to go.
Keyshawn's in the right corner. I've called that before where Keyshawn's going to get the shot. This one might be a Whitfield shot or a BL3 all the way to the basket. BL3 on Abby. 24 seconds left in the half. BL3 works to the right side. He'll get it out to Wires. Wires has Welch on him. Down to 16 seconds.
Need to start going at about 10.
BL3 calls it out now. Wires has the ball. Clay in the left corner, right corner Whitfield. BL3 flashes out. Down to 6 seconds in the quarter. BL3 trying to get to the hole. There he is. He gets it into. Great pass inside. Give the assist to BL3. Give the basket to Keyshawn. And that's how we're going to close out the half. Blue Devils on an 8-point run will take a 37-23, 14-point lead in at the half.
Yeah, great job, closing out the half because, first quarter we were up by what?
15-14.
1 point, now we're up by 14. Great second quarter by the Blue Devils.
And, of course, you know what we want. You end a quarter and you start a quarter. We started this quarter off with a 7-point run. We end the quarter with a 8-point run. Check that. Yeah, 8-point run. So now we got to pick that third quarter up the same way.
Well, yeah, if we do that, we'll put this game away in the third quarter.
Indeed, if Devils just keep that distance on them, but still keep their same offense and defense playing and don't try to, as we always say, play not to lose there. So It's halftime. Devils lead 37-23. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
And it's halftime. Welcome back, Blue Devil Gymnasium. The pom-pom squad out there in blue. And, of course, there's silver poms. Allowing you to watch this out here, folks. First half's in the books here. After one, it was 15-14, close. And then the second quarter, the Devils started off with the first 7 points, and they finished with the last 8 points, and now have a 14-point lead, 37-43.
Done it well.
23.
Well, done a great job, defensively. Except for, Abby, hitting a couple shots and taking the ball to the hole. They've done a great job on Taylor, and Freeman and Welch. Their defense is going to carry them. And you give 23 points at halftime, you don't give up 45 for a game. You're going to win lots of games.
That is some good stuff out there. Looking on the other side, Welch has hit 2 3-pointers. Also had a bucket, so he has 8. Abby's got 6. He has no threes yet, but he's got 6. And you talk about the big guys, Freeman only with 2 points, Taylor with 4 points. So, again, holding them down. Zach Hendricks did come in into a 3-pointer. So, as you can see, we're playing some D all over and some good stuff. On our side, who do you think's leading the way in scoring, Coach?
The big man, Key.
That's right. Feed me, Seymour, feed me. And they did and kept feeding him as he has 20 in the first half. Probably got another 8 rebounds, so we're looking at a double-double there. Impressive stuff. BL3 has got 9 points, so they match up. And Whitfield's got the other 8. So 3 guys on the Devils have scored, but it's been the passing. And if you look at the passing, there's been multiple guys who have given up assists to some easy baskets.
Yeah, well, and, the thing I look at, Dom hasn't scored yet. Neither has Cam. You know what I mean? There's two guys that, last 3, 4, 5 games, have given you double digits in scoring. So that's the one thing about this Blue Devil team. Many options to get their points. And, if one guy's getting shut down, there's 2 other guys picking it up, and taking care of business.
Well, I can tell you, if Dom did not have a half where he had a good defensive half in that, but if Dom didn't score in the first half, expect him to come out in the second half and light it up with his defense, getting in the lanes and taking it to the basket. And that's good stuff when you can go in up 14 points and Dom has not scored. Cam comes in spurts, so he'll come and go. And, of course, as we mentioned, Louthan works hard, and he'll have a game where he'll come out and get double digits. For the most part, he does the blue-collar stuff. He works hard on defense. He gets the rebounds. And then when he does have the shot, he takes those shots, so it's all good stuff. So the band's up playing. We're watching pictures of all these guys all the way back to their young days, and it's hard to believe that we've watched them for 4 years. And there were many years before that, as I've talked about in the broadcast a long time ago, about BL3 starting at the CYO in 3rd grade. And I can remember watching those guys way back then. And, of course, then he got over at junior high. They had a good group, and the 8 seniors have done a real nice job. Hey, we're going to take a break. We'll come back for more of the halftime and more of action right here on megasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Back at Blue Devil Gymnasium, halftime. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. Devils lead this one 37-23. And, of course, postseason action starts in 2 weeks. We got the seeds yesterday. We were not surprised that Devils got the #1 seed. Not really surprised at how they went down as far as it's at Alton and Belleville West. And figuring that out, as those people out there, if you're not familiar, usually 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5. 1 and 4 end up in one bracket, 2 and 3 end up in the other bracket. If you follow all that, that's the simpleness there. Instead of getting Granite City the 8th seed, we get O'Fallon. Oh, hold on, Coach, got you back up there. You were doing
7th seed.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's O'Fallon. And
but that gets us to where we don't have to go to Alden and play the 3 seed, for the championship of the regional, which, I don't want to play anybody that's a 3 seed on their home court for a regional championship when you're traveling down there. So, I thought they got a very good, draw, and, let's beat O'Fallon, and then you're either going to get Belleville East or Belleville West at home. But I would much rather play Belleville West at home than Alton at home.
Oh, most definitely. And I don't think Alton was ever going to be, with Edwardsville and Alton, they had to go 2-3. Yep. Devils were not going to go any less than 1, so we didn't have to. And the problem essentially was that when you play out, like I mentioned, the 1 versus 8 and all that, we had to figure out, because Belleville West is a host. So that's how we got some flip-flops there. Yep. I thought Collinsville might make the flip-flop, but instead it was flipped with O'Fallon. And O'Fallon over the last couple of years has been strong. They are down this year, maybe 7 or 8 victories on the season. But, hey, they can be scary out there. So that's the round we'll have, and then, of course, we'll get the brackets out to everybody. That is Wednesday, I think, February 26th, if I remember right, and I opened the files up. I think they're still working up there.
Well, I think the brackets came out tonight.
They did. Actually, we do play at 6 o'clock play the first game on Wednesday night, the 26th, and then following us, it'll be Belleville West and Belleville East at 7:30, and then you win, you come back there on Friday, and then the following week, the sectionals are in Collinsville, and we talked about that just a minute down there. Will we be in Collinsville or will they move the one game up like they did last year? Maybe the other bracket where you might have Moline or Rocky and Community, and they'll play at Pekin again, and then not face the championship down there. Now, I still disagree with that. When you sign up,
make them travel.
Yep, for the regional sectionals, it's not about. In fact, that's what they said too with the O'Fallon and Granite City. Somebody said, well, that was for travel. What, 10 miles difference between the two schools? And so, yes, that's what it's all about. And I know it's a expense, but that's what you're doing. If you don't like it, sign up and ask to be a regional or a sectional host, and then you can go after it there. And I know a lot of people, the Western Big Six doesn't like coming down here. They make one trip. We make 7. And if you heard Coach Pettit talking in the pregame about his team that went 8-2, remember there was only 6 teams in the Western Big Six, and so you played each team twice. That's 5-5, 10 games. Now we added the games, and that's where we're getting Tuesday. I personally like those Tuesday games too, because we get 2 and 3 games a week all the time, and that's some fun stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, the more they play, gets good competition, the better they're going to get.
And the Devil Girls, of course, they'll be playing, as I mentioned, against Edwardsville on Tuesday, next Tuesday, while we've got Quincy High at Rocky for the last conference game there. They'll take on Edwardsville, the 4 seed. Quincy's the 5 seed. That's a 7:30 game at Granite City. Alton and Granite City play the first game. Kind of confused there. Alton's the home, or Granite City's the home team. Why don't you take the 7:30 game? You're already there, and give Quincy the chance. Well, I guess it's one of other. You either travel earlier or you get home later. So 6 of one, half of a dozen. And the only person that has to worry about that is Quincy. We go north for the Western Big Six. We go south for the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it's been for a long, long time.
And hopefully we go east for the postseason championship. What do they call Assembly Hall now? They got some name for it.
State Farm Center, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if you're not, you're dropping in a plug there for Sister Pam, who worked at State Farm, so we give them the plug. And we'll give an I'm sorry to Mahomes, who finished second. Not too shabby, though. 2 Super Bowls and a second place. We're ready for second half, speaking of seconds. And by the way, tomorrow at 2:30, it's the junior high playing in Taylorville against O'Fallon. Second half, Devils will have the basketball. Cameron Wires, Bradley Longford III, Dom Clay, Keyshawn Thomas, Mark Louthan. Line up on the other side still. Welch, Abbey, Taylor. Versailles comes back in, and Freeman. Turnaround shot, nice move from outside. Keyshawn picks up the 20 from the first half. He now has 22.
Well, and you got Welch down there guarding him on the block, and Welch is all 5'9", probably 130 pounds soaking wet.
And Welsh with
But
Dom.
he can shoot.
And he just hit a three-pointer, his third of the ball game. Dom was closing out on that one. Keyshawn from the left to the right, missed it, a little hard on the shot. By the way, that run of the Devils, they had 8 going into the halftime as Taylor makes a move. Taylor pushes away, good call by the official. Taylor led with that forearm shiver.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor was going, and he was taking it to the hole as if it was the end zone. His second foul, first foul of the second half. 7:13 left in the ball game. As I mentioned, Devils had that 8-point run, picked up the last 2 of this half, or this half started with it, made it a 10-point run from one quarter to the other. 39-26. High post, Taylor takes it away. Taylor goes in, and Taylor throws it down with 2 hands. And again, we worried about him at the beginning of the game. It looks like the second half, Coach Sean Taylor has told him, hey, you got to make it happen. Wires almost lose the ball at half court.
Did lose the ball at half court.
I looked clear across the court for an over and back after Wires saved it.
Once again, no touches for Keyshawn the last 2 trips down. You got to feed him, inside because Taylor's not guarding him.
Welch is in the corner, tries to go inside, tipped away by Keyshawn, then tipped away by BL3. Clay gets it. BL3 saves it. And a 1-2 big step there for Keyshawn. He gets a bucket. BL3 gets the assist.
Oh.
And almost the steal.
Got the steal. Up.
Partial again. Oh, and a block shot by BL3. And it's funny, he's right there as he comes around, and there's mom and dad standing up going, what are you talking about? For Bradley, it's his second foul, first for the Devils in this quarter. He just came out there, and Freeman got the ball. It was loose. He didn't know BL3 was behind him, and I thought it looked a nice block. Coach Pettit will tell you, go home and check it out. Where at, Coach?
MeccaSportsCo.com.
There you go, baby. 6:22 left, third quarter action. By the way, that last steal, Dom got it going. Got it to BL3, who saved it at half court and then lobbed it out where Keyshawn took it in. 2 big steps. He crossed Europe on those shots. First free throw by Freeman is good. Second one no good. Keyshawn with a rebound. Gets it to Wires. Down court. BL3 gets banged by Abby. Trying to go in on Abby. Back out to Wires. I think Cameron might have taken the shot if the pass was not errant and off to the side. Cameron started his move. We'll go back out to Dom. We'll reset the offense.
I'd either put BL3 on the block or Keyshawn on the block.
Yep. Keyshawn, of course, working inside from Versailles. Shot from outside from 22. Good! Dom Clay, we talked like he might open up in the second half. He hits the three-pointer, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Jack McKenzie way. Devils with a 44-29 lead. Back on defense, playing man-to-man. Welch working with Clay on him. Clay trying to run that baseline. Comes out on him tough there. Back out to Abby on the wing. Abby will skip it over. Freeman. I'll tell you what, Welch.
Yeah, well, you got Welch running the baseline, and Dom's like right on him.
Taylor with a shot off the iron, hits the backboard, goes in. Taylor's now got 8 in the ball game. Driving, Dom Clay gets it over to Keyshawn. Keyshawn takes it up strong, gets it blocked.
I thought he got fouled.
And I didn't know Keyshawn touched it last 2, but it will be Blue Devil basketball. Box out of bounds play, Dom's gonna trigger it. 2 screen set. Mark Louthan makes a cut. BL3 from the corner, a fadeaway, misses. Fade away and hit the floor. Tough shot, but BL3 can hit it. Taylor in transition. And he finds a wide open Versailles down low. He gets the bucket. 2 baskets in a row, make it an 11-point game. Devils still lead, 5 minutes left in the third. Keyshawn from the right short corner. Works back to the corner, works to the baseline, then back to the front with a nice little short hook.
Good, strong, quick move by Keyshawn, good footwork.
46-33. Welch is really working that baseline. Clay's trying to get a hold of him through. Welch gets open. Louthan can't get out of the help, and Welch hits a three-pointer, his 4th of the ball game. I tell you, he works for his shots, but if you give him just a little room.
You don't need much.
Clay takes him to the hole, though. Clay got bumped, but then missed the shot. Taylor, that's Trey, with a rebound for Moline. Does a little head fake, goes by Louthan, takes it to the hole, misses. Ball's tipped, and it will be on the rebound. And Big 33 is going to get his 4th foul. He got 2 early in the ball game, 3 before the first half was out, and now he gets his 4th. Second foul on Moline in the quarter, 1 on the Devils. Substitution brings in Hendricks. Some of the fans write down from us, they're Moline fans, aren't very happy. You think?
You know. What can you say?
That's what happens. When you go on the road, you're going to have a little of your emotion. I love it. It's a great matchup in the Western Big Six. BL3 across the timeline. Nobody picks him up. Goes all the way to the hole, and he finger rolls it with a little reverse in there. BL3 with a basket. If you don't stop him, he just cranks it up. Devils by 13. Freeman, slapped away by Dom Clay. Great hands there. Cameron on the drive. Cameron, a little shuffle pass. Trey Taylor did a great job of stopping that pass from getting there, because if that pass gets there, it's an easy layup for Keyshawn. How about the hands of Dom Clay right in front of us? Slap down on the ball off of Freeman.
Dom's been a lot more active here in the second half, especially on the defensive end.
Yep. Had a good half in the first. Didn't have to get on the scoring. Cameron at top of the key, right side, Dom. Inside Keyshawn, he's working on Freeman. Bounces it in on the short corner from the right. Working on him, backing him in. Gets back out to the 45. Count it! Keyshawn got back to the basket. Freeman played some pretty good defense on that one. Keyshawn played better offense, and he's back to the line for a possible blue collar and 1.
Good strong move by Keyshawn. Took him out, 15 foot away, shot fake, then dribbled it in, and a couple reverse moves, finished it off.
Keyshawn will be at the line. Devils hit 50, 50-36. Keyshawn completes the blue collar 3. And if you're working on your yard, your kitchen, your bath, you're doing some blue collar work, stop by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Devils by 15. Freeman has the ball. Keyshawn, he knew he did it. Didn't move his feet, but that's the first foul on Keyshawn in the ball game, and we've got 3:19 left in the third quarter.
Well, and the thing is, Keyshawn's been guarding Taylor, the whole time down here on this end, and for that to be his first foul, Yeoman's work on defense.
Clay comes out, Mitt Whitfield comes in, Milton comes in, and Dom looked like he didn't want to go out, but I think we'll might see him come back in for Keyshawn and give him a break at some time. Ball in the right corner, Taylor has it. Back out to Freeman. Freeman will hand it to Taylor on the right wing. Decided to start to make a move. Ball comes over 2 passes. Abby to Welch. Now back to Abby. Abby trying to go beyond BL3. You might take Cameron to the hole, but you ain't going to take Bradley with 6'4". Three-pointer, and here's Taylor. Trey Taylor hits the three-pointer from outside. He's got 7 in the quarter. Was asleep a little bit. Well, they worked hard the first game. Keyshawn from the right short corner. Backs it in. Takes it back out. Freeman a second foul. Keyshawn back to the line. Keyshawn 1 for 2 tonight. Missed the blue-collar 3 in the first quarter. Just hit the other one a couple seconds ago in the third quarter.
Keep feeding it into Keyshawn, because if they're not going to double team him, he'll go one-on-one all night and score. They start double teaming, he'll kick it out for the wide open threes.
Keyshawn been getting behind the backboard too on his move to the baseline and getting back out. On this one, Freeman had him pinched in there. So Freeman had his hands up going, what are you talking about? I thought I had him. First free throw is good by Keyshawn. Everybody was thinking it was a and one possibility. Freeman, his second foul. 4 fouls on Moline with 2:49 left in the third, which gives an opportunity for the Devils to get back to the line. Keyshawn missed this one. Oh, and it bounces off the shoulder of Taylor. Louthan picks it up. Mark's been around a couple of those tonight. That one series, he had 2 offensive rebounds or tips. From the right short corner, Keyshawn shot, no good. Abby gets the rebound for Moline, across the timeline. Spins. Louthan's right there. Louthan almost got a jump ball. Almost had a jump ball. Did a great job on defense, but still gets called for the foul. For Louthan, it'll be his first and the second for the Devils. Check that, third for the Devils. In the third quarter, Abby to the line to shoot.
What a good-looking sophomore.
And we're going to have to watch him for 2 more years. Him and Welch both. He was good that first game on the free throw line, if I remember right. He misses that one. In that first game, he was 10 for 10. And remember, Moline was 18 for 18 from the line. Otherwise, we'd have blown him out even more than 15. 2:31 left in the quarter. Abby does connect on the second one. 52-40, Devils by 12. Number 12 bringing the ball across half court. That's BL3. Whitfield setting a screen, now releases. In the left corner. Cameron down to the left short corner. Keyshawn worked. Welch did a great job of knocking the ball away. Keyshawn saved it, though, to Cameron Wires. You're going to expect that. Now down on the other side. Before BL3 could get it, Abby tried to get around him. Abby will commit his first foul, but it's the 5th foul.
Too, yeah.
You got that right. So on that one, I don't know that you make the challenge there. I think you let BL3 get the ball and take a shot from outside, but instead you're going to put him on the line 15 feet away where he's pretty darn good. 2 for 2 already on the night. Devils are 4 for 6. .208 left in the quarter, so it'll be all free throws for the Devils on any more fouls.
Well, and they need to stay aggressive, keep taking the ball to the hole, to get to the free throw line.
BL3 hits his first free throw. He'll have one more. Keyshawn will drop back. Cameron Wires drops back to half court as well. Milton Whitfield and Rico Clay Jr. is in the ball game. Will stay on the lane. Bradley hits 2 for 2. He's 4 for 4 on the night. 54-40. Devils by 14. Drop back on D. In there man-to-man. Right side Welch being guarded by Wires. Taylor at the top. Exchanges it to Abby. Abby, here's his 3. Pulls up from outside. No good. Ball hits the rim a second time. Whitfield went straight up over Freeman and got the ball. And it was straight up. Nobody complained about it. Milton just skied. Bradley drives in. Bradley takes it to the hole. Looked like Bradley lost the handle on the ball, but they're going to say that Abbey fouled him, and Arthur Abbey will give it his second foul. And more importantly, with 1:41 left, BL3 back to the line.
Once again, the Blue Devils are doing a good job taking the ball to the hole, especially when they go to the free throw line and shoot two at it, whenever they get fouled.
There's Bradley hitting his first. He's 5 for 5 on the night from the charity stripe. I wonder why they called it a charity stripe. I guess you're getting charity there.
Because they're free throws.
There you go. Second one is good as well, 56-40. Devils with a lead, 1:40 left, third quarter.
You get to shoot the ball with nobody guarding you.
That's a scary thing for a lot of people. That's why the one-on-one was so good. Oh, Rico Clay Jr. slid underneath. Freeman was, and they called on Rico. I would have said I'll give it on maybe Whitfield with a little body, but Rico slid in there and knocked the ball away. That is our fourth foul in the quarter, so 1:32 left. Everybody shooting twos for the last 92 seconds. Freeman gets the ball, Whitfield on him. In this left corner in front of us, Taylor working against Clay. Good job, Rico staying down.
Moving
Whitfield
his feet.
trying to do a two-man game, but we got two good defenders. Shot no good. Keyshawn gets the rebound. Nice defense, Whitfield. Devils come down the right side, BL3. A partial screen, hesitation between the legs, pull up, 20-footer off the left. Keyshawn going to track it down, saves it, but right to Taylor. Taylor, cross court. Ooh, Taylor got a good dribble in there. In the left corner, Abbey shut down by Whitfield. Abbey will drive to the basket. Abbey will miss. Whitfield gets it and quickly gets it to BL3. Abbey, after missing the shot, he's right there. I mean, he's got quickness. 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
Let's see if the Blue Devils want to get the last shot here.
Rico Clay, I would too, up by 16. BL3 says, let's go all the way to the hole. That finger roll more had Gervin on it. He missed. Abbey trying to go against Rico. Rico blocks the shot. He held his ground. Great job. Wires down to Longcore. He resets his feet. The three, no good. Good look, and he had rebound there from Thomas and Clay. Good job by Freeman. And a good job by Milton not to foul him on that one. Boy, that one could open this thing up a little bit.
Well, I don't know if, Longcore taking that three, off the fast break, pulled out with 20 seconds to go and get the last shot.
BL3 starting to drive to Wires. Wires fake the pass. Now Wires going to pull up at the buzzer. No good. Everybody was on the perimeter. We did not get a great look, but after three quarters, it's your Quincy High Blue Devils 56 and the Moline Maroons 42 as they take it off the board here. And we're back with the fourth quarter and hey, baby, right here on mechasportsco.com.
At Blessing Health, our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
I might still have the Raiders.
You want to dance?
There it is. And this dancing moment brought to you by Valentine's Day and the Quincy High Band. Coach Pettit and his guest over here. Secret guest. See if you guys can guess who it is. Three guesses in the same sentence. Gotta love it here. And we'll give a shout out to Jakai. I think he's still in Cincinnati, Ohio. He didn't ask for a shout out here, so we'll give him one. Although I'll probably look at my phone and he'll probably say, hey, how about a shout out? Fourth quarter action. Devils will have the basketball. Check that. Moline will have the basketball. Devils with the lead, 56-42.
Well, they weathered the storm because Moline came out third quarter hard, and got it down to, 9-10, and then we pushed it back out again.
And, of course, Taylor's where they went, and here he is again on the block. Triple team. Wires tipped it away and then immediately got back to Welsh. Oh. Rico's right in front of us. He had his hand down where the ball was being dribbled, and it went off his hand, off of Taylor's foot, but they say that Rico committed the foul. So the first foul of the fourth quarter, and only the second for Rico. Another one out of bounds in this quarter. Cameron Wires, Bradley Longcore the third. Milton Whitfield Rico Clay the third, the second, and Keyshawn Thomas. Other side for Moline. Abbey with the ball looking for a two-man game. Down on the block, Taylor, turn, shot, no good. Keyshawn with the weak side rebound.
He's got to be 10, 12 rebounds.
I got 12 in my head.
Tonight and 25?
Well, he had 20 at the half. In the third quarter, he had 10 more, so he's got 30 unofficially.
Okay.
7:24 left in this one. 56-42. They send it inside. Keyshawn. He's starting to make a move, a little bump, and they call a flop on Moline after stepping back and taking the shot was Keyshawn. What a great move. He made the contact. Moline flopped. I would have just let him shoot the basketball and count
Coach
it.
Taylor's not very happy.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad situation, calling the flop after it, but I don't like the flop in high school anyway. Hey, just call it, foul or no foul. Taylor inside, good move, good pass inside to Taylor. Yeah, just call it. It's either a foul or it's not a foul. And I used to take a couple of those. I knew I took one in half court one time. Didn't get it the first time, got it the second time. Inside 7 minutes left here, 58-44, Devils by 14. Bounce it into traffic. Keyshawn's got a triple team on him. Somehow he backs up and was trying to put it on the glass. It will be on the floor, though. He was getting banged around in a hold, and I believe it was Taylor. Taylor, his third foul, first in the fourth quarter. Both teams with one.
Got to keep feeding Keyshawn down. If he gets down on the block and gets good position, throw him the ball. And last time he went up with 3 guys on him. So if they're going to keep doing that,
Keyshawn
he'll
is.
kick it out.
Took it to the basket. Got it blocked, though, this time. Here comes Moline the other way. Versailles is the one that blocked the shot. He's got 4 fouls, by the way. Taylor starts to make a move. Freeman to the left side. His three, no good. Ball tipped around. Abbey gets it as it went through the hands of Taylor and Keyshawn. The rebound came hard off the rim.
That's 2 big guys down there banging on the boards.
And while they're banging, here comes the ball flying at your head. You immediately get it, and Abbey's right behind.
A lot of times when they bang, they don't get their hands up to get the ball.
Abbey, a 14-footer, a fadeaway. And he hit that one. BL3 played some pretty good defense on that one.
And it's still only a 12-point lead with 6 minutes to go here in the fourth.
That's what's amazing, because you look at the Devils, they really have played some good ball, and it looks like we're really to stretch it out. And that's when you find out, hey, Moline's still got a great team. And, Moline got the 3 seed, by the way, up at in fact, they're hosting.
Yep.
And Rocky got the 2 seed. And it really probably came down to the Normal community game.
Yep. When
Moline,
Normal beat Moline, that bumped them down to the, 3. With Rocky and Moline splitting this year, that's what the difference was.
And it could have been easily the other way around as well. Either way, when 2 plays, there's 2 and 3 in the same bracket, they're probably going to face each other after the first game. So that'll be a matchup. The third, see who wins the
So we could see Moline or Rock Island for a third time, in the sectionals down, at the Purple Indian.
If they get down there. I got a feeling they'll stop somewhere along the way and play first.
Yeah.
I still think that's wrong. You already got my soapbox early in this one. 6:05 left in this one. By the way, Wellman and Pettit sitting here if you haven't been around all season or all game. Where the heck you been? You've missed a great season. Devils are 25-2, 12-0 in the conference. Moline 24-5, 10-2 in the conference. That's some good stuff, Coach.
Well, and Moline's only losses have been to, Rocky at Rocky, and Quincy up there. So, and Rocky's the same way. They're 10-2. They lost to Quincy and once to Moline.
Yep, that is the conference ones. 3 other losses there. Of course, they lost also down at Highland in the shootout. A 4-point game, I think, if I remember right. Whitfield has the ball left side. Devils have the basketball inside 6 minutes left. We're getting
Moline out in 1-3-1 now.
Yep, Taylor at the point of that one. The next level. Abbey's in the middle because he's got the big guy on one side. He's got Freeman and Versailles on both sides.
Yep.
And then Welch works that baseline, which he works anyway on offense. Devils doing a good job moving the ball around. It's pass and cut, find the holes. Whitfield's 3, no good. Milton went down and kept it alive. Abbey got it. Not a bad foul from Cameron at half court, because if
Abbey gets past him, he's going to the hole.
You got it. It might have been a 2-on-1. So for Wires, his second foul in the ball game. Second for the Devils in this quarter. 1 on the other side. 5:25 as the action starts back up, and so does the clock. Taylor being guarded by Rico Clay. Good job there with a couple bounces. And Clay gets the score. Check that. Taylor gets the score. He was wanting for an and one as well. It's a 6-point run here. It's made it a 10-point game. Moline on that 6-point run.
Got to attack the 1-3-1.
Yeah.
They're just passing it around the outside.
And with Taylor up top, you can't do that because he's got good hands. And then Abby floating around.
In the middle.
Yep, and then they'll flatten it to a 1-2-2 and give help. But if they want to stay back in that and the Devils pass it around and kill clock, that's a good thing. But boy, trying to kill that much clock. Right corner, left side, 24-footer. BL3 missed. Keyshawn kept it alive. He went over Welch. He went up by Freeman. Missed his shot. Tipped out. BL3 from the corner. BL3 from the left corner takes it down baseline for the reverse layup.
Good job on the effort on the offensive glass.
Yep, Keyshawn kept that one alive, going over one of the players. From the left side, Taylor misses a three. Keyshawn with another rebound. Fakes there to BL3, gets it to Wires. Cameron will come across the line. Welch will pick him up. Man-to-man coming from Moline this time. Wires back to BL3. That's the two-guard front. Down in the blocks, Rico Clay Jr.
Moline back into a man.
Kicked into the corner. No good for three. Milton had it, but he goes out to the corner. BL3 sends it back. Wires hits the three-pointer. His first of the game, any points. BL3 with the assist, and we nullify that 6-point run. Up 63-48 by 15.
Up to 15, with 3:40 to go here in the fourth.
Foul inside. I didn't see, but I wasn't looking across. BL3 comes over to Cam and says, "That's okay, big guy. That's only your third foul." Mark Louthan and Dom Clay check in. Whitfield checks out. And so does Rico Clay. I was waiting for him to foul out as well, or check out. Devils their third foul in the quarter. Moline with the basketball. Abby has it. In the high post. Taylor steps out and gets it. He's going to take the left-hander. No good for three. Dom Clay with the rebound, has it knocked away. He tracks it down. Welch almost got it. Dom goes all the way down. Oh, a nice little handoff there, a shuffle to BL3. Give Dom the assist and give Bradley the basket. A foul down here on this end as the Devils run off a 7-point run. I couldn't tell what Steve was giving us there as a number. Did you?
Nope.
I want to say that it must be on Wires in his fourth. 3 of those in the second half. 4 team fouls, so Jarius Rice Jr. checks in. Welch gets the ball in the left corner, goes into Taylor. And that's a good one there. Oh, heads up. That was actually good contact. It wasn't going to be, I'll tell you what, Taylor committed the charge. There was nothing you could do about that. By the way, Coach, that's his 4th foul. Then he bumped BL3, and the official was going to let it go. He said, "Hey, settle down." But before he could say settle down, Taylor must have said something, and the official teed him up. And that's going to be number 5, I believe, on Taylor. So the guy who's picking it up in the second half, who's got 11 points in the half and now 15 for the game, it'll be 5 fouls on Taylor, and Sean Taylor is mad as hell.
Well, he's yelling at all the officials.
Yep. I really thought they did a pretty good job with the whole ball game. That there, I would not have called a technical. I mean, it was already a great play by Keyshawn, and it wasn't a flop. And that's why, of course, Taylor's probably mad, because the flop on the other side, they call. This was not a flop. Keyshawn took the shot.
Yep.
Keyshawn cleared out, and nobody tripped over each other. And really, Taylor wasn't doing much. He just came by and bumped BL3 and then stuck his arm out and pushed him. And that was not going to be called. The official looked right at it and really allowed it. He was going to talk to him and say, "Don't." But Taylor must have said something or did something, because as soon as he walked by, he teed him up. And I tell you, we talked about at halftime, Taylor would be part of the second half. He has been strong. And now 1-2 fouls, and he's out. That's a shame, too, that it comes that way. 65-48. You like for this to play out with the guys on the floor. He's got 5 fouls, so I don't know if Taylor's leaving the gym. He might have got ejected. I didn't see it. BL3 is shooting free throws. Made the first. Yeah, I look away from action, I'm going to forget about the free throws. So 2 in a row. Devils on a 9-point run, now lead 67-48, so they withstand that little 6-point run, and now lead 67-48 by 19 with 3:14 left.
Little wake-up call when it got down to 10, and the Blue Devils have been very good since then.
Taylor very mad at the crowd now. Inside Keyshawn, they call him for a travel. I think that was a good move. Keyshawn held the ball, turned his head, and then made the move. Coach Douglas upset, so the ball must have been
Coach
passed.
Douglas, you got 2 guys on you. Somebody's open. Pass the ball.
3:03 left. a little fun here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. And that's the thing, when Sean comes back, you really don't want it to come down to a technical or something like that. And it did. We still had the lead, but they were getting close. It was a 10-point game, Coach. Abbey has the ball with the dribble. Kicks it to Welch. Welch has Jarius Rice on him. He's in the ball game. In the corner, back out to Welch, 35 feet from the basket. Hesitation dribble. Welch dribbled off his leg. Rice picks it up. Rice down court. BL3 got it. Shuffles off. Dom Clay with a dunk. BL3 started to fall down too. He got it to Dom, and Dom throws it down. Exclamation point. Two-hand dunk. 69-48. 2:15. And Arthur Abbey. Boy, he silences everybody quickly. Almost an and one. They'll call the foul on the ground. I think it was on BL3. If it is, it'll be his 3rd foul.
Coach Taylor down there smiling. He goes, well, we used to get those calls when I was on the other bench.
Indeed. That is our 5th foul. That's what I was wondering, what was up. Devils have 5. Maroons have 3. So the last 2:15. One more foul, and then both teams will be shooting the rest of the way out. What a great hustle over here. Jarius knocking the ball loose, picking it up, getting it to BL3. Defense was right there, and he lost the handle, made a good spin move, and then tossed it out. And I think it was going to Keyshawn, and Dom intercepted it and said, here's my 2-hand dunk. First free throw by Abbey, no good. Abbey 0 for 2. That is unlike Abbey.
Yeah, I was going to say, 10 for 10 first game. What, 0 for 3 this game?
1 for 4.
1 for 4.
BL3 across the timeline, 2 minutes left. To Dom. BL3 saying, hey, I'm getting bumped. Welcome to the Western Big Six when you're fighting for the title. Louthan on the left side to Jarius Rice. Jarius backs the action up, now crossover. Goes down to the baseline, gets it out, but floats it out to Freeman. Freeman's going to have a one-on-one. Louthan does a good job of flashing down, but Freeman jumps over him and dunks the ball.
They kind of pulled it back and then jammed it.
Not bad.
Douglas ain't happy.
Dom just lost the ball on the other end.
Getting a little sloppy here, finishing this game off.
Bring your extra guard in. That's Cameron Wires. So back to the starters now. Wires, Longcourt, Thomas, Louthan, and Clay. 1:37 left. Devils by 19, 69-50. And Coach Taylor is still in his ear. Welch from 26, no good. Coming down, Keyshawn taking that rebound.
Another rebound.
And he came from the wing when he opposite side to get that ball.
He's got to be up towards 15, I think.
I think you're right there, Coach. 30 and 15 maybe.
Maybe we need a statistician up here. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what, after watching Don O'Brien the other night, Don put little S's and R's and A's in the book. I got it when he did the book for Quincy High down in Hannibal. I'll show you after the game that picture, and you tell me if you can figure this out. Chicken scratch is the way. Did Dom get called for a technical? It's his first foul of the game. No, here we go, filling in. I didn't think so. We're over 5 fouls, so Welch will get to shoot them. Welch has 4 threes. He's got 14 points, but has not scored in the 4th quarter. There you go. We knew that would be there. 1:23 left. 69-51. Devils by 18. Still Versailles, Abbey, and I hope that's right for you, Versailles. It is Versiuis. So like Jarius.
Hey, Coach Taylor's still talking.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he's usually not like this. You know what I mean? He's about the most mild-mannered coach that I've seen. But he's riled up now.
He still may be talking when he comes up to see Joe and Danny in the postgame show.
Oh, Lord.
Timeout there, 30-second timeout. Hey, it's time for us to take one, too. 1:14 left, 69-52. Come back for Blue Devil basketball, MeccaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecca Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MeccaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Back at Blue Devil Gymnasium. 1:14 left in this one. 69-52. And the Devils with the lead and the basketball. Oh, Abby steals a pass. What a lazy one here. Abby goes in. Dom Clay misses on the first hand. Second hand swipes by. Makes Abby miss the shot. Devils get the rebound. Louthan got the rebound there. Good job, Mark. Triple team. Right side, Wires. 1 minute left in the game. Welch comes out on Wires. Abby's there with him as well. Wires goes through 4 players. Now 3. He's got 2 more to go to. Right side, BL3. He'll take one from 21. No good. Bradley kind of shrugs his shoulders. Got to hustle back, 44 seconds left.
Didn't need that shot.
But when you see it so wide open, you know how a shooter is. He feels it. Welch from the right side, 3, no good. Wires tracks it down. Whoa, Wires did a between the legs at half court between 2 guys.
Well tackled him.
Yeah, almost stepped on the ball. Abby's 3, no good. Louthan with another good rebound. Nice job, Mark. 22 seconds left. Devils are going to be Western Big 6 champions outright. Welch knocks it out of bounds. 15 seconds left. Yeah, Wires made that move in half court, was spinning and going through his legs.
Yep.
He steps on that ball. That's an ankle, knee. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. Wires in BL3 as Clay gets it in. BL3 gets it, forces it down the court, across the timeline. Moline, no sense to foul, and they won't. I don't think. That'd be kind of dumb. Keyshawn, top of the key, 5 seconds left. Devil fans are standing. Devil fans. And there's the buzzer. And there's a winner.
Oh, there's a Western Big 6 winner right there.
Yeah, Western Big 6 champion as they go to 13-0, 26-2 on the season. Moline goes to 24-6. They are now 10-3. And of course, with Rock Island at 10-2, after tonight 11-2, they can't catch us. We're 2 games in front.
Yep.
And there's no ties
well,
here.
Hey, like I say, with us being undefeated coming in, and the next 2 closest teams, with 2 losses, we'd had to lose both games. Tonight clinched it for the Blue Devils.
And we were going to be at the championship no matter what. It was just the idea to make sure we get the wins and take it outright. And so there you have it. That'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast, though. Stick around. We got the Hardy's post-game show. Of course, that's 30th and Broadway, Brian Harms. The Cunis coaches' comments. And we'll wrap it up with the Mecca Sports Co. Player of the Game. Your final score here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. The Quincy High Blue Devils 69. The Maroons of Moline 52. And this has been Blue Devil Basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to Quincy High Blue Devil Gymnasium as the last home conference game is tonight, and it was just finished here as we beat Moline out here. Tomorrow night will be the last game. That is senior night tomorrow night. No, check it. Senior night tonight. Teacher appreciation tomorrow night against Jacksonville. That game is set for 6:30, and so they'll get all that done, and then we'll pick up the game after that, and we'll talk here in the postgame about some other things as well. Devils win this one. They improved to 26-2, 13-0 in the conference. The other side, Moline will fall to 24-6 and 10-3 in the conference. It looked like this. Good first quarter, went back and forth. Devils after one, up 15-14. Devils started off the second quarter with a 7-point run. They led by 8. They would close the quarter in the half out with an 8-point run and would lead by 14, 37-23. Start the third quarter off. Devils does get the first basket. Good comeback here as Taylor inside was strong. Moline did not go away, and not until I think it was a 10-point game, and the Devils got 4 free throws, gave up a bucket at the end of 3 quarters, but still led 56-42. In the last quarter, this is where it became a 10-point game. A 6-point run by the Moline Maroons made it a 58-48 game. Devils, though, would run off the next 11 points and would lead 69-48. And, of course, the last bucket and 2 free throws was by Moline. So your final, 69-52. And, of course, waving to everybody here, Brad Vohm. Actually, Lisa heading out as well. So your final, again, 69-52. Good game, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, good solid effort, on the defensive end, especially, giving up 52 points to this high-powered offense, that Moline has. Great job on the defensive end by the Blue Devil tonight.
We'll break down the scoring here. First of all, for Moline, I'm either 2 points off or 1 point off, or because Taylor did hit a 3, didn't he?
I believe so.
Mr. Sam Corey down there. He's a graduate now from here. Here's the way the scoring came. First, Moline. Brady Welch had 16 points in the game. That was 4 threes, but he did not score but 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Trey Taylor had a good second half. He either had 14 or 15 points. That's our floater right there. 10 from Arthur Abbey. Now, that's way down from what we gave him. We gave him like 23 or 24 last time. And, of course, Freeman, we gave that much, and he only had 7. And then 3 points out of Zach Hendricks and 2 points out of Aiden Versailles. And that rounds out the scoring there. Also in the ball game, let me see, did they put anybody else in the game? No, that was it, Coach. They basically ran 6 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking for my 7th man there, and I can't find him. So, and on the other side for the Blue Devils, with the big victory, Western Big 6 champions. And it looks like this for the Devils. How many do you think Keyshawn had, Coach?
34.
32. That's pretty easy since you knew he had 20 at half and 30 at one quarter.
Yep.
32 for Keyshawn. Big game there. Probably about 15-plus rebounds. BL3, 21 points for his game. Milton Whitfield came off the bench first half. He had 8 points in that first half. 5 points out of Dom Clay, including that monstrous 2-hand dunk on the break. And then Cameron Wires had 3 in the ball game, but not scoring. Rico Clay Jr. came in, did not score. Jarius Rice Jr. came in. Both did a great job. And Mark Louthan, early in the ball game, kept the ball alive on rebounds. Later, he had a couple key rebounds as well. Mark doesn't score, but that shows you what it's all about. If you can play your game and you can play D and rebound, you can be on this floor.
Yep. I tell you what, Coach loves people that defend and rebound, and Louthan did a good job tonight.
And our final score is brought to you by Mike Moyers and Jim Bearden. They always like me calling that score as many times as possible. So 69-52, 69-52, 69-52. Kind of like location, location, location. There you go. I think last week we did that to Brad Dance. Adeline Voss, Adeline Voss, Adeline Voss. He goes, yeah, we know who she is. And then the other girl, not Holgate, Hokie. She ended up firing up 8 3-pointers. By the way, speaking of the girls, good luck next Tuesday as the Blue Devils from the girls' side will travel down and take on their first-round opponent, the Tigers from Edwardsville. That is on Tuesday. Tomorrow we've got games, and, Coach, are we thinking about the 2:30, even if it's just me sending me over there?
No.
We're thinking about it. Well, we were. There's a lot of fans out there that asked me about that in the last couple of days, including at the girls' game. It's a 2:30 game. There is a bus going, I think. Rick Osley got a bus to go of junior high kids. 2:30 against O'Fallon. at Taylorville High School. If they win, they will play at 6:30. But if they win, the 6:30 game is positioning for the semifinals. That is the semifinals.
Yep.
If they win that game, they play it for first place and the state title on Thursday the 20th. If they lose, they play for third place. So the key is to win the first game and then come back with the second one on that. And, of course, tomorrow night is here, Teacher Appreciation Night. It'll be 6:30 against Jacksonville, the last home game here. And then, of course, on Tuesday, Blue Devils will travel up to Rocky and will take on the last conference game. Not as important as it would have been had we lost here, but still important.
You still want to go undefeated. I mean, that's one of those, feathers in your cap for this team particularly, to go undefeated, in the very, very tough, Western Big Six.
I'll tell you what, we're waiting for Coach to come up here. I'm sure they're very excited out there, throwing champagne in the locker rooms and stuff like that. Wait a minute, we're into another alcohol underage thing. I didn't say that. For some of us tongue-in-cheek people over here. Hey, if you're pouring it on your head, it's okay, right? Nothing wrong? I guess nothing wrong with that. So,
as long as none of it goes through your lips.
You got her, and of course, just don't smell like that when you get pulled over there. So enough of that conversation. 69-52. All right, let's go ahead and do our player of the game first.
Gosh, I mean, BL3 had a very good game. Hey, you know what I mean, with his 21 points. Had some very good passes. In my estimation, Keyshawn, dominated this game, from start to finish. First half, he was a monster. Second half, didn't slow down very much. I'm going to go with Keyshawn.
Double-double. He had 32. We'll catch up on the rebounds later on. Definitely 15-plus rebounds on the night, too. I'm going to throw a little one in there because I think BL3 went 8 for 8 from the line. Got us started with the three-pointer. I'm going to have him join Keyshawn.
Okay.
I don't think there'll be any complaints on that.
Nope.
Not to say that the Devils don't win as a team. And, of course, last night we gave it to Kate Medemeyer. Of course, it was senior night. But still, the team got the asterisk and the honorable mention because the team last night played well.
Well, I'll tell you what, between those two guys, they had 53, of the 69 points. So they dominated the offensive end. And, to be honest with you, defensively, holding Abby down to, 10 points, BL3 did a heck of a job guarding him tonight.
Indeed, a matchup problem for them. They got height, and they got the short guards that are quick and can shoot, but again, matched up against bigger guys. So, your players of the game, Keyshawn Thomas and Bradley Longcore III, and we'll hear from our Mecca Sports sponsorship on that, and come back for the coaches' comments and wrapping up with Coach Douglas, as well as last thoughts on the game. Again, players of the game, Keyshawn Thomas, Bradley Longcore III, and we're back after this on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Mecca Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecca Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at MeccaSportsCo.com for the full game schedule and more.
And we are back. Sorry it took a second there for get back in the post game. We were called out there. Someone had asked how many rebounds. They asked Coach as he came up, how many rebounds? Coach says, I can't coach and keep track of rebounds. Sounds familiar about coaching and running cameras. Harder than we think, especially when the full-time job is to coach and you're watching all the action. That's why you have people out there, checking on offense, defense, giving guys time, breaks. If you didn't have assistants out there trying to do it all at one time, just ain't possible. And I can remember that from firsthand stuff at the college ranks. Nowadays, they got 6 or 7 assistants. I think I had one the second year. First year, I was so low. So low, it hurt. So, Coach, what do you think about that? That's a great victory here. 26-2, a little closer to 30 and to the postseason. And, of course, we'll be looking at that postseason after one more game. So on Tuesday, and then the Devils will have to wait a week. But then we get into that Wednesday, Friday. We get at least 2 games a week as long as we're playing well.
Well, yeah, and, a good win, getting ready for the postseason. You know what I mean? We, went up, took care of Alleman. Then we, come down here. I mean, this is a very good win. 17 points over against I don't even want to say a solid Moline team, a very good Moline team that we could possibly see in the sectionals. So, it's one of those things to where, you send a message that, if we see you guys, we're going to beat you again.
And Coach Taylor has had a good squad for the last number of years. Of course, he had Freeman and Harding along with his son Taylor.
State championship 2 years ago.
That's right.
And you still got people that are playing on this team that played in that state championship game. So, once again, very good win tonight for the Blue Devils.
Well, and I only think that the way we took Taylor on, in that first game, this game, the first half, again, we took him out of it, and then we turn around. Oh, yeah, you might plug him in. You can keep him out there because otherwise he's going to be off on here.
Okay.
We switched for our listener there to stay with us there and moved Coach, although, let's do that because we're always used to 3. Let's go over here. We're doing some technical stuff here. What we're doing is pulling a headphone and putting it in another spot. The technology today, good stuff. Well, Coach, I tell you what, Rocky is a tough team, too. We saw that earlier.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great regional up in Rock at Wharton Fieldhouse. They're going to have a blast. We're going to be working hard down the south end, and then we'll find out where we all meet, hopefully in the middle, but we'd like for it to be at Collinsville. And we like Collinsville because we have played there, and not only on top of that, we won the tournament there finally. So, at the holiday tournament, and we waved to Alan Ibbotson as he heads out of here. But so we like the floor. Coach don't like the purple. I thought you were a Laker fan.
No.
Oh. Well, at one time when you were a kid, were you a Laker fan? When
No.
Jerry West and Gail Goodrich and those guys played?
No.
I would have been a fan back then, but that's actually when the Bulls only had Bob Love, Chet Walker, Norm Van Leer, Jerry Sloan, and Tom Burwinkle. Look at that for a memory trap. People out here, and of course we got some pink shirts on the far end there. By the way, last night the Quincy High Blue Devils, as did many of the teams, raised some money and sent it down to Pittsfield. Also, Notre Dame did some comments before the game as well, and I'll tell you what, I have no words because that's just, what do you say? You lose a kid, you got 2 more in the hospital. That's just some tough stuff, you know. Sean Taylor comes up. Of course, he's not going to join us. Well, maybe he will. Andy is up behind us here, and he'll be down in the second here. So, Coach, looking at, I'll tell you what, there were a lot of good things tonight, and I'd like to go back over them. We'll wait until Coach gets here. And it was nice. You have senior night when you're playing Moline. That's a bump for us. You're in a back crowd. That's a bump for us. It's so much nicer being on your home floor for this situation than maybe being at Wharton. And we had a good game at Wharton, but it might have been a little tougher. And with the possibilities of first place online, is it a different game? Who knows?
Well, once again, the send-off with, arguably the best senior class that Quincy High School's ever seen. And I mean all the seniors that have grown up, played together for the last 4 years, and played varsity basketball. I mean, you compare them to, the Michael Payne, Bruce Douglas, but, Michael was a senior, Bruce was a junior, Dennis was a sophomore. These are seniors, all seniors. This might be the best senior class Quincy High's ever seen.
All right, so you hear that, folks. All your classes that had great teams, because I've mentioned all the great teams over the way.
Yeah.
Some maybe haven't made it as far. I still look at the team after the 72 team. I've mentioned this a bunch. 72 got second, 73 with Spear and Wisman and all those guys only lost 1 game all season long, and it wasn't at state, so they got bumped out there. And you look at some of those lineups. But from your senior standpoint, and going 8 deep as seniors, that's a pretty good match because you talk about the classes in the past and who came up and played, and all that. And, of course, obviously your senior year, Tony Claney gets mentioned when you talk about Michael Payne and Billy Gay and Tony Claney inside. We love Tony. What was Tony, about 6'4" or so?
Yeah, 6'3".
Would have been a good 4-man on a lineup that had a big center. He was asked to play inside. And, of course, Michael was a freshman and did get moved up. So that's where Michael Payne got his. By the way, with talking to all those guys, let's give a shout-out to Keith Douglas. He always appreciates that, and we appreciate him chiming in here as he has a world of knowledge out here. And I'd ask a question if you got it. We'll see if Keith can answer it within a second or two, and he'd be right on it. So, these are the long post games that we just try to fill time, folks, because we've got you covered on where the girls are going. We've got you covered on the 8th grade tomorrow, 2:30, over at Taylorville, the high school. I know a lot of people were wondering, who knows between now and tomorrow? Yeah, it's a tough one getting back for a 6:30 game. It is Teachers Appreciation Night. And if it would drag on a little bit, that would give time enough to get here. And, even if you got caught Jacksonville after the starting lineups, not too bad. Here I am pleading a case that we need to be over there, folks, for all you. And I did get to see Parker Douglas last night. He was watching the girls' game and told him, hey, that was a block shot, Parker. That was sweet. He got called for the foul, made a little contact beforehand. But good-looking squad here. We wish the best to the junior high and to the Blue Devils from the girls' side. And we wait for Coach here. I'm not going to pull up his mic because usually I had all that rattling here and then. Well, first of all, now Andy Douglas is joining us. His comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda, Faith Family, and Giving Back. And to the family of Blue Devils, congratulations, Western Big Six outright champions.
Yeah, thank you, man. That's got a good ring to it.
Especially undefeated so far, and to go up and beat Rocky and do undefeated, that would even be better.
Yeah, it would. You know, that's what we set out to do at the beginning of the season, and this group has put themselves in position to achieve that goal. And it's a lofty goal. I mean, that's why there's not a whole lot of teams in conference history that have done that. So to be able to put our names in there would be pretty special.
And for you guys, it'll be more because, like Coach Pettit and I said, before we brought Geneseo in and Sterling, it was only 10 games, so the best you could go is 10-0. So nobody will match a 14-0. Mercury Morris loves that, of course, for the Dolphins. You know, last game we saw Keyshawn and Trey Taylor banging inside. They almost kind of nullified each other a little bit here. I looked for Taylor, I said in the pregame, for him to come out, and we went right in and we fed the beast. And Keyshawn was just a monster. 10 through 1, 20 through 2, 30 through 3, 32 points, probably 15 rebounds if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would, if I was a bettor, which I'm not anymore because I'm not very good at it, but if I was, man, it would be, I would take the over for sure. But he was a monster tonight, man. We challenged him. This has been a tough game for Key and all our guys, but for Keyshawn to have to go up against not only Trey Taylor, but all their guys. I mean, you saw tonight in the last time we played him, anytime he touched the ball inside, they were sending the double with Brad, same thing. And, you know, they moved their teammates moved the ball extremely well to get it to him. They played well off of him. And, you know, if you have 4 other guys on the perimeter that can shoot, they're capable of slashing to the paint, it's really hard to guard a guy when he's as good of a passer as Keyshawn. And he had, I mean, what a way to, not that he's going out, you know, we got another game tomorrow, but what a way to go out on your home floor in conference play, you know, to win a conference title and play the way he did was awesome.
Well, it shows that he is the king of rebounds, as he was set out for his freshman year and had that goal out there. And really the whole team played a good ball game out here. It was nice to see. There was a couple runs by Moline. We countered those runs, even that late one, they got it within 10 points, 58-48. But we closed out the first half. That was a big run there of 8 points, puts us up 14.
Yeah, no, man, you know, it's tough to shut a team out like that has as many weapons as they have. But I was proud of our guys. You know, a couple ugly plays down a couple ugly possessions down the stretch, which we got to get rid of those. But you know, this place was electric, man. I remember playing here as a teenager and letting my emotions get the best of me at times too. I mean, you got packed gym, everybody's going nuts. You know, you tend to do some things that you normally wouldn't do, and we definitely had a couple of those. But I couldn't be more proud of this senior group. You know, everything that they've given to the program, 3 out of 4 years, winning a conference title. You know, improving the way that they improved. It's not easy. I tell people this all the time. It's not easy playing in this city. It's not easy being a Blue Devil in this city because the expectations are always high. And when this group came in, the expectations were through the roof. You know, everybody knows, you know, 7th grade state champions coming in. You know, you got a lot of talent. This could be the group. And they've been able to put all that to the side for the most part and focus in on themselves when they're here. And, you know, they play well together. Is there some bickering that goes on? Absolutely. But you're going to have that when you have, you know, 14 brothers out there. Yep. You're going to have some of that. And they've done a phenomenal job of putting that to the side and just going out and competing every day.
Well, and I thought the defense tonight, you know, carried you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? Given this high-powered offensive team, you know, basically 52 points, you know, after giving them, you know, 15 in the first quarter or 14 in the first quarter.
Right.
Last 3 quarters were unbelievable.
No, it was great defensively. It was great defensively. And this is the team where they have so many different weapons. that it takes a little more on the scouting report. You know, it's not just, we can't play off of this guy because he can shoot it. Can't play off of this guy, he can shoot it. This guy runs 75 miles in a game because he's just going sideline to sideline. So different skill levels, different matchups, and it didn't matter. You know, again, it's not perfect. We don't expect it to be perfect, but what was the effort on the defensive end was phenomenal. Rebounding was great. We didn't give too many second chance opportunities. Just a well-rounded game tonight.
And we'll save the perfect game for the last game of the year.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
And that's, speaking of rebounds there, Mark Louthan early in the game kept balls alive. He got some rebounds late in the ball game.
Yeah.
And we talk about that. Guys not scoring but doing so much of the little things. He was one of those that did that.
Mark is one of those guys. You know what you're going to get out of him. I mean, it's he's going to do some of the dirty things out there. He's going to go after him. He saved a couple possessions. Was huge there, and defensively he was unbelievable tonight.
Well, we don't have much time to waste because tomorrow. Well, first of all, Chris is going to pop up just about now and start singing closing time. But we've got a non-conference game tomorrow night against Jacksonville. We wish the best of luck to the junior high who play tomorrow at 2:30, and of course the girls next week. But good stuff on senior night, Coach, and congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's Andy Douglas. Of course, he is coach of the Western Big Six champions, the Blue Devils from Quincy High. We're going to take a break. We'll come back to wrap up the Hardee's post-game show with the Devils. I keep looking for them to be holding up above their head somewhere since we do that during the regionals and sectionals. But we're back to wrap it up here on mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And back here at Blue Devil Gymnasium, thank you, Coach, for coming up. QHS Honda, QHS Hyundai, faith, family, and giving back. And part of that Blue Devil family all around here is celebrating with the Blue Devils as the conference champion. That's some good stuff there. And like you said, Coach, undefeated, 14-0, sounds a heck of a lot better.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, this is a very special group. You know, like I said before, I think this is the best senior class that's gone through Quincy High School overall. You know, there's been some other teams that are maybe as good or better than this team, but the best senior class, I think, you know, all time, you know, with the three, with the 7 seniors, 8 seniors.
That's right, 8 seniors down there. As we thought Max Wires might start as he got called out first.
Yep.
That was so nice, though. They pulled out all 8 seniors for the starting lineup, and that was some good stuff here. So Devils win 69-52. Last thoughts on this one, Coach?
Well, let's get some rest, get ready to come out and play the Crimson tomorrow. You know, finish it up, finish the home schedule up, you know, and then we go get Rocky, and then, you know, postseason's here.
You got it, folks. So glad you're out here. Stick with us. We got the postseason and lots of fun. By the way, also, thank you, Claire Louthan. It's Mark's older sister. She's a sophomore, I believe, at Illinois State. She did the national anthem. She nailed it, right?
Great job. Great job.
Indeed. So with that, we'll head out here from Blue Devil Gymnasium. Coach Pettit and myself, your final score, the Quincy High Blue Devils 69, the Moline Maroons 52, and you've been watching and listening to Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com. Good night, everyone.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.